Just double check. Yep, we're on the air. Welcome on to the Misfits Racing League, Week 4 here from beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway on the Roval. I'm Nick 29 Champ as your broadcaster tonight. Again, I've got Rogue once more, and thankfully, we don't have to worry about. Hopefully, we don't have a problem with his mic, So let's hope for that.
It'll be all good.
That for dang sure right there. And tonight, like mentioned, we are at the Charlotte Roval. It is going to be a lot of twists and turns, beating them bumper to bumper, beating them banging on a road course. And I tell you what, Rogue, it is going to be very fun to watch.
Yes, it is. Going to be some paint rubbing. It'll be good.
Sure will be. And turnover, he is looking absolutely very, very... hold on. The boss just texted us. Let me send him the link to the stream right now so that he knows if he needs us to back. We were debating on racing tonight, not having a broadcast tonight for y'all, but they have a dozen tonight, so yeah, let me look at the entry list as tonight Maddie driving the 99, turnover the 20, Fula in the 13, Dave in the 7, Ziles in the 22, Piff in the 9, Cowboy Watson gets his 16 after running the 39, Eternal in the 78, Fool Pool will miss tonight's event. That's a shame, stuck at work. Tunes will be driving the 11, Speedway in the 5, Oliver in the 68, and JPR making his full-time Xfinity Series season tonight because he drove last week. Excuse me. He will be driving the 90 full-time, and he stepped down from Cup. So, with that being said, Rogue, like I just said, it's a dozen people. Who do we expect to see get to victory lane tonight?
Well, I think Fula. I think he really wants that point lead. I think chasing turnover pretty much all season long now, and I think he sees a chance to pounce.
For sure. For very sure. And who would you say your dark horse is?
Oh, my dark horse is going to be Ziles.
Ooh. He even joined the chat minutes before. He said, "Oh, I could get to victory lane tonight." So,
look out like he said, he's not going to. He's just looking for points racing tonight.
Sure,
get those points.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say my winner tonight is JPR, and my dark horse is going to be Maddie.
Yeah, okay.
Well, here's the thing, because if you've seen ever since Daytona, the last 2 weeks, he's really had those off-topic weeks and stuff like that. So he's had those downfalls and tire problems, and he did do good last week at Richmond with a top 5, but Las Vegas was just not his night that night. It was just a blown tire after a blown tire. It was just like, oh my goodness, he just wants to get out of Vegas. Real quick, speaking of Maddie wants us to throw out Beneath the Oaks podcast on Spotify or wherever you listen to. Check them out, as they are the Beneath the Oaks Xfinity series here. So I want to throw that out so we can get those out. Also, Mustang Makers, Printaholics, as well as our sponsors. And given that tonight is a road course, it's 50%. It's the same length as last night. If you watched last night's Cup race, it's the same length. Stages are on 50%. It's not 50%. The last night was not 50% because, oh my gosh, we'd be there for hours.
Yeah, it's 25%.
Right. So tonight it's 28 laps. The stages, I believe, will be 9, and I believe 14 laps. And I've been seeing in the chat, Rogue, that people said, hey, I can't save fuel on this track. It's difficult. It's really difficult to save fuel as much as it is. I'm sure
You,
someone will find their way to save fuel.
you're so much in the second gear in this track, and it's such a technical track, and so many spots where you downshift to second that keeping it in upper gear and you lug it coming out of the corner, you just give up too much time.
Oh,
You just give up
100%.
too much time trying to save fuel at this track.
Sure. Oh, sure. And, you've got guys like, Dave and Fula who know how to save that fuel. I mean, we heard it in the, heard him say it. Dave said, "Oh, I've tried saving fuel like these last couple days. I've tried saving fuel. It's not worth it. It's hard to do, and you also got to realize we have chicanes on the front stretch and back stretch,
Right?
and
Well, like Dave said, he didn't even get close. He runs out of fuel in the corners 1 and 2. Every practice he's trying to save fuel. He can't
uh
even make it that last lap around.
no, it's not like last night where we were at Sonoma where we could save fuel. So
right. Well, Sonoma, a couple spots you downshift to third gear in the cars in Sonoma, so
right.
you can manage by keeping it in fourth and fifth, and keep your RPMs low, still make good time, and save fuel. But this place here can't do that.
Right. Oh, exactly. And speaking of time, some people have need to gain so many points because time is really ticking because I know we are on race number 4, but we are getting close to the playoffs.
Well,
Very
people like JPR who just migrated
Brandon
down
as
to the
well.
series,
Exactly.
he needs to start moving some points.
Exactly. Time is not on the S's or time is really, really needing to be on his side because he needs to gain those points whether he makes those races or not. Because if you don't make the points, make the top 12, you're not in the playoffs. I'm sorry to say, but
Right?
it's going to be tough. And real quick, going over the points, Turnover, as mentioned, has a 4-point buffer over Fula. And I tell you what, those four, again, Fula has to gain 4 points or as many points as he can to take that points lead. And, Turnover right now, who has 2 playoff points, and Fula has 1 playoff point, given that, if Turnover gets either the fastest pole or stages or whatever, or the win, that could help him probably be that top seed heading into Talladega in the regular season finale. I tell you what, time is running out for guys like Brandon and JPR and Oliver, and those guys below the cutoff, and that's gonna really suck if they miss because JPR is a champion in the Cup and in truck side, but not on Xfinity. But Brandon, he's a 3-time champion for crying out loud, and he needs to make these more races because very soon that time it's going to be out. Clock's already struck, and well, you just missed the playoffs.
And people like Phil Paul not making the field tonight is going to open it up for some of these guys. I may give them false hope. It's still early in the season, but
sure, sure.
But you see the light, it makes you want to drive that much better when you know that spot, that transition spot.
Sure, sure. And you got to realize that Full Pool, as mentioned, will not make tonight's field. This was going to be like a 13-car field. And Tunes is right now 2 points behind his teammate in points. This is going to help Tunes in points. This is going to boost Tunes up to 9th, probably move him up to. It's probably going to help JPR, maybe get him some points. Probably put
Speedway, Oliver, and JPR and Tunes about Full Pool not showing up for the next field.
It's going to help him a lot. It's really going to help him, and I tell you.
Especially without Dilly showing up, so that's opening up point 2 for those guys.
That's true. Dilly hasn't made a race since Daytona, and yet that's also going to stink for him. But here's the thing: he's been sick, and it's understandable that
Right.
And he did say to us he said in the main chat, "Oh, guys, I'm not feeling good. I've been like having the flu or something," which is understandable. but hopefully he has a speedy recovery because time is not looking on his favor because once we get to Talladega in a couple weeks and you got to race for that last transfer spot, you better rely on those playoff points because once we reseed everyone, that's how you're going to be in the playoffs. So
right now, you have three high at that position for the
exactly,
playoff points.
sure, oh sure, and you got it'd be a battle between Full Pool, Piff, and Turnover for that first seed. Now, do I think maybe Piff could pull something out tonight and say, hey, we're going to have a good car? I think so because I've practiced with him and Turnover Sunday night. Boy, I tell you what, both put up laps I did not think to see.
Right?
It's amazing how they have fast speeds. It's outrageous if you ask me, but it's buck wild. But
Right?
now looking at the leaderboard right now, JPR is looking so far so good on the fast times with a 118.1. Zio's right there in third with a 119. Piff with a 120.0. Dave 120.8. Yeah, so those are some of the guys who are ranked full time, and given that JPR, I mean, 118.1 is like disgusting fast, dude.
That's
And
fast.
that is fast. And I've gotten messages, well, not really messages. I've talked to Cowboy Watson the last couple of days. I've talked to him. He said, I feel I'm doing so good. It's just I think it's the front stretch chicane he's having a problem with. I get it. It's your first time being in a league where you got to learn how to downshift, upshift. It's understandable, but
Right? He's currently our Rookie of the Year.
exactly. Right. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. And next week we're headed to the Windy City, and boy, I tell you what, that's Dave's home track. It's Chicagoland. I tell you what, Chicagoland. I think Chicagoland's going to be the night Dave scores that win. I tell you what, because how cool would it be to see the hometown fans cheering on Dave? How about that?
Right, well, he's saying P3 in points right now, so.
He's doing really good though, but my question, Rogue, is when is he going to get that win?
You know, he's a strategist, and he's giving himself opportunities to try to steal a win. Haven't worked out for him. Other people tried it, or he was a half a lap short, or whatever. I think his time's coming. I think he can steal a race.
Oh, I think he can. I really, really hope Dave gets the victory. I swear, I would love to see Dave go to victory lane. After it's like how Dale Earnhardt had took 20 years of trying to win the Daytona 500. Well,
Yep.
You ask me, I think it's taken Dave. I can't even tell you how long Dave's been in this league, but it's taken him this long to get a win. I think very soon, if he could do it next week at Chicagoland, his home track, I say Dave is my pick for next week. But only time will tell us who can get the victory lane. But tonight we're here at Charlotte, and tomorrow night we'll be here at Charlotte again, but this time on the oval trucks. And I tell you what, Rogue, you're in that race, and nerves kicking in tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not my favorite track for sure. So I got some homework to do to try to be competitive.
I mean, Charlotte is a great track. Don't get me wrong. Charlotte is known home to many NASCAR facilities, and I tell you what, Charlotte is a beautiful place to go to and visit. I was there just today, visited the track, visited the Hall of Fame. It's amazing. But as
Right.
Dave has his stream up, hopefully we'll very soon know when the qualifying invites go out. And again, we do not join qualifying, so we wait on when Maddie tells us to join. So 28 laps. I believe stages will be 9, and the last stage will be 14 to go. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, grab a beer, grab a soda, whatever. we're gonna have some fun here tonight. Here, going left, going right. It's gonna be awesome.
So far, it looks like they got 11 members in that
Oi.
are lining up for qualifying.
I believe they would be missing one more. I'm not sure who that one missing link is, so best of luck to all the Xfinity drivers. So it'll be very interesting. I wish I could say let's take a lap around the Roval, but that's gonna take me a long time to get around that track, and but hey, if maybe, just maybe, if we can get a good amount of views tonight, I'll do a lap around Charlotte Bar Speedway in the trucks tomorrow night for y'all. So let's get a lot of views. Let's get I'm going to ask y'all this to do us a favor. Hit maybe, I don't know, 50 views on tonight's stream. I'll do a lap around Charlotte Mar Speedway in the trucks tomorrow night for y'all before the race, as we used to do the Wally's World thing. So that was always a cool thing back in the day, Rogue.
Right?
It was like, I never really got into that, but I was like, man, Wally's World was freaking cool. Dave is, and they just sent the invites for qualifying out, as looks like it is going to be a big field tonight. So, I mean, 11 guys isn't too bad, but now, very soon, clock is going to be ticking down, and very soon, if you're going to make the playoffs, you got to get these every point is imaginable. So.
Yes. Gotta grab every point. Playoff points are so important.
Oh,
when it comes to
100%. 100%. Because wherever those how many ever playoff points you got, that's where you seed in the playoffs. And, oh, excuse me.
Maybe Oliver didn't show up.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I think that's who did. Because he's not online. Hard to say.
Let me ask him real quick. Oh my goodness, people. Got enough. I'm not joining that. Okay. Thank you. Got enough invites. Thank you.
Is that from Ziles?
Yeah. Did you get one from Fula? I got.
Maybe he is on. I don't know. You just got one from Fula?
Yeah, I've got. Okay. It was probably Speedway, so. So they have 11 right now over there. They got Matty Zios, Cowboy, and they're about to go qualifying. So, yeah, qualifying is going to be amazingly crazy. So, remember last week, as I don't know if I introduced this new segment, but we're going to guess who wins the poll prediction. So, who you got as your poll winner for tonight?
JPR.
Ah, you lucky sucker. That was my pick. Dadgummit. You know what? I guess you could. You know what? I don't blame you. Given that JPR had that fast lap of a 118, I mean, holy cow, dude. That's buck wild, you ask me.
Right.
So they are in the lobby for qualifying, so it is going to be a very, very fun time. Here we go. Qualifying is about to get underway as we will wait. And honestly, if I was you, I'd probably have to I would have went to the back and just said, hey, I'm going to the back and hoping my best lap comes on a decent lap,
Right.
So everyone here watching, you can also play along and say, hey, here's who my pick is, or here's who I want. You can also tell us in the chat saying who you want to win or who you want to, just we'd like to have y'all interact with us on a Wednesday and Thursday night because that'd be great to see the interactions.
Yes, it would.
So let's hope. Good luck to all those Xfinity guys tonight. Enjoy. It's going to be stressful, but hey, you know what? It's a road course. It happens. Well, crap happens. My fault.
Yes, watch your language.
Hey, man, that is on me. But stuff happens. But hey, I tell you what, boy, if that 22 wins, that'd be something. How how the 22 is in real life on road courses most of the time if you drive an Xfinity, because you look at Austin.
Right.
Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but there's no cautions tonight, Rogue. Stages are our cautions tonight.
Right, that's your only chance to make up for a mistake is in stage 1, stage 2. If you have a mistake in stage 3, it could do you in.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna... You really... If you need to... But, hey, those stages are going to be very short. You're thinking, oh, those stages aren't too long. It's a minute lap time, so it's a minute lap times. So don't. Oh, goodness gracious! But I hope everyone is having a beautiful evening wherever you are. Also, want to thank Mustang Makers, Printaholics, Beneath the Oaks podcast. Make sure you check them out on Spotify or wherever you listen to. And yeah, I mean, I think it's amazing.
As we wait for qualifying,
Well, they just got to the checkered flag right now, so.
Yeah. Those restarts can be it's gonna be chaotic. These restarts.
Oh, 100%.
That corner 1 can be tough on a restart. I've seen pile-ups there.
Yep. Oh, 100%. You lock up the tires on the first corner, you're like, oh man, that is not what we need. So, it doesn't look like they're gonna be. I don't think Oliver. They didn't wait for him, or they're not missing him. So, but yeah, it looks like, as you would say, Zios is gonna sacrifice the qualifying. So we'll see y'all next week. So
Right.
So hey, I mean, who knows? Tonight looks like a good field. All right, and your poll winner is going to be, drum roll please, if we can see who we got. That's what I don't like about fours. They take so long to get back in the lobbies.
Right.
All right, your poll winner for tonight is JPR 1:18.409.
And Ziles takes outside row 1 with 119.140.
That's wow. So you chose JPR and Ziles. So there's your two picks right there, Rogue.
Well, I picked JPR for the pole. I picked Fulla for the win.
Wow.
And he starts P3 with a 120.51. And outside him is fifth with a 122.4.
And how about this? I'm trying to see this real quick. Turnover, the points leader by 3 points is starting 8th. that's deep in the field, bud. That's really deep in the field. So it looks like I can't see Dave's Cowboy Watson. So there, I guess Watson starting last. But hey, it's okay. It just time.
He's down Speedway in this race for that rookie of the year honors. Speedway started off P6 starting this race.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But hey, okay, Maddie, we're waiting. So, but hey,
The Row 1, JPR, the 90, and Ziles, only 2. Row 2 will be 4 and the 13,
next to Piff.
and Piff in the 9. Row 3 is Maddie in the 99, Speedway in the 5. Is it the 5? Yeah.
Oh, you know who they're missing is Eternal.
No, Eternal's there.
Oh, I'm
He's
sorry. Yes, he is.
P9.
My fault. I was like looking.
The Row 3, Row 4 is Dave and Turnover, points leader. He's holding on to a 4-point lead headed in this.
We can join
race.
now, Rogue. We can join if you got invites. You got invites. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go left. It's time to go right. And I tell you what, we went up and down last night. It was chaotic, Rogue.
Yes, it was.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time to rock and roll.
This is one of the shorter road courses on the circuit.
Very true. And tonight is the same distance as last night, if you remember. So,
right.
But remember, there's no up and down hills on here. This one. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. JPR, Zios, green flag. Let's go road racing tonight. Battle for the lead. I'm not sure what turn we're in, and so you're gonna have to help me with those corners, Rogue, because I sure as heck don't know. But right now, pretty much single file as they get all spread out. How about Piff doing a really good job so far? I believe Dave moved up to 5th already on the start. Gained some gained some spots though.
Billy's in P3, Piff in P4. Oh, the 99's having problems.
Oh no. Oh no. It's alright. I mean, it's still early. It's still early. And there you see Turnover, who lost his sponsorship on the way. I guess Coach Joe didn't give him the sponsorship. How about second place is Fula to Zios, and riding along with Fula. I tell you what, Fula needs to do what he's got to do to win this, and he's going to hit JPR. Is he going to? Nope, but, oh, good. Wow, what a move. Straight. Dave's around front straight away. Oh, he got loose. He got the overcorrect on the front stretch on lap 1. Actually, stage 1 has 7 laps. So now, you got to hope for those stage cautions, Dave.
Piff moved his way to P3.
I tell you what, Piff is on a mission tonight. He was fast. I mean, I tell you what, he's fast anywhere you give him sometimes. You know, and
Former champion.
Sure is.
He's a...
Ooh, a little bit of contact between Speedway and Cowboy Watson driving the 16. I tell you what, remember in the beginning of the year, Maddie offered him the 16. Oh, that's a hard hit for the 16. Hard hit. Wow, that was a Very hard hit. Dave Spahn, somehow, he gets it going. And speaking of Cowboy Watson real quick, he started out at the 39, and then he didn't have the 16 car. Apparently he did going into this morning. And so, he's driving the 16 as promised.
Up front, JPR is trying to pull away.
Sure is, and I tell you what, and look at battle for second between Zios and Piff, I tell you what. It is all about give and take here. You got to make sure you have, and besides, also another thing, Rogue, is everyone else's braking points. So,
right.
Be mindful
That's
on that,
a good
too.
battle there for sec. You got
That's
that
like
13 hanging right there, too.
Sure is.
Those two guys make a mistake.
I tell you what, so many people made mistakes last night, and they gained those track position as much as they could. But right now, Maddie's battling with Speedway for I'm not sure what the position is, but I tell you what, I believe that is for the playoff point, and Speedway just went way off the course. He just went.
Dave is battling the 16 of Cowboy.
Man. Yes, he did, and I tell you what, I think the 5 had a stop and go course penalty, so boy, that moved the 16 and the 7-up positions. I tell you what.
Yes, it did.
That's exactly
we're
what
on
we were talking about.
The oval part of the course right now.
Tunes is having a struggle here tonight, but hey, it's all right. I mean, long race, anything can happen. So right now, JPR still the race leader. I tell you what. So right now, look at the gap between first and second. Not that far off, but then you got third and fourth hard charging. I tell you what, coming to 4 laps to go this time. We're at 4 to go this time by. In stage 1, Piff went around, and that's exactly what he did not need to have, is hit the wall. Right now,
he would cut it down and maintain P4.
If you're JPR right now, you can just turn the mirror off for right now and just not even worry.
JPR's making it to the oval part of the course.
Coming to 3 laps to go on the stage, and I tell you what, these stages go by quick, really quick. And here he comes into the front stretch chicane. Looks like, I mean, tell you what, JPR is making the front stretch chicane look smooth, man.
Boy, they are all spread out. There's no 2 cars.
And I tell you what, the one guy who's still, now coming out of the infield section, and that is Eternal coming into the NASCAR turn 2, or going into NASCAR turn 1 and 2. So, you know, it's just a struggle. And how about this? Tunes is about to go 1 lap down, and I tell you what, we mentioned this. It's hard to lap people at this track. Well, it's not that hard for JPR.
Right.
But hey, I mean, Tunes better hope he's the first car 1 lap down with 3 laps to go, because right now, 3 to go.
Yeah, but I don't see anybody else in front of them, so.
Tell you what, that's exactly what I think Tunes needs. We saw, I don't know if you caught on the broadcast in the truck race, some people had to hope for the 1 car not to go a lap down and hope for the best.
So the next car in the line should be the points leader. That 20 car turnover is now the last car on
Dave
the lap.
around on the backstretch of Kane. Oh, he wheel hopped on the backstretch of
Oh,
Kane.
the 11's around. Tunes. Fun again.
No. Oh, no. Oh. You know what we should all do is just go laps down, let Tunes win a freaking Xfinity race, man. We should let him do that, man. Oh, Dave gets a course boundary on the front stretch chicane. He finally gets going, but gets passed by Maddie.
By Maddie.
Wow.
You know, those two battled quite a bit last week.
Sure did. It's 2 to go in the stage, and I think, no, the next car who the 90s probably guy catches the 78 of Eternal, because right now he is coming to the front stretch again. Our leader is as well. And here we go, 1 to go in stage number 1. And I tell you what a clinic JPR is putting on tonight. He's doing a fantastic job in this opening stage. And if you're tuned right now, you're thinking, oh my gosh, please do not put that 78 lap down. JPR just moved Eternal out of the way, like, excuse me, coming through.
He didn't want to give him the spot, but JPR just took it.
And JPR is saying, yeah, sorry, didn't mean to do that, but hey, I'm fine for a lot here tonight, man. This is my second Xfinity.
Ziles had some problems.
Yes, he is. He's having big problems. I think he's just doing all he can to maintain the speed, and I think right now the 13 and 22 are having a heck of a battle for that. And here they go into the backstretch chicane, and Dave around on the front stretch chicane. And spins it, and he has another course bound. That's going to be a tricky one to avoid, but valuable points could be, as very, very good start of the stage for JPR coming out of the front stretch chicane. Last time, JPR will win stage 1 at the Charlotte Roval. What a dominating start for him.
Ziles got stage 2, or P2, and Fuller got P3.
Oh, man, turnover probably did not need to hear that. Man. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that turnover is probably going to have the points lead by just maybe a single point, or Fuller is going to have...
Right now he's saying P5, so... As of right now, he give up 2 points to Fuller if they finish in this order. They're still racing.
And stage has finally come to a closure. Stage 1 results are JPR. Oh my gosh. JPR.
Ziles, Fuller, 5th, Turnover, Speedway, Maddie, Cowboy, Dave, and Eternal are the top 10.
How about Cowboy doing a really fantastic job in stage 1, getting some stage points? How about that?
Yeah. So as of right now, unofficially, Turnover has a 2-point lead over Fuller.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Did someone stay out? Oh, 90 stayed out. Oh, not the 90. The 5 of Speedway.
The 5.
Green flag, stage 2, and I think right now, he forgot to pit, ladies and gentlemen. But he just led a lap, and I think he's never... Oh, big checkup. Oh, there they go. Around goes May, turnover. And remember, no caution. No caution. So, boy, that checked everyone up. And I mean everyone. Man, you hate to see it. But right now...
Ziles has got some pressure from the 13 Fuller for that P2 spot.
He sure does. I'll tell you what. Ziles is trying not... Yeah, I think he's just saying, hey, you know, I'm not letting you have the spot, my guy. I tell you, he wants it. Right now,
Maddie's saying P4.
What a good run he's having, Maddie. And how about David?
Dave's P5.
Well, there you go. There you go. Dave just passed him for 4th. So, move Dave up to P5.
Got Speedway pressure in them there for 6 now.
That's a 4-car blanket right now.
And yeah, your point when you're saying there, P7 from a few of the car links back.
Sure is.
5 makes a move. the inside of the 9 at the start-finish line.
Yes, he does. 5 to go, stage 2. And I tell you what, right now, that 13, I believe, is sitting in P number 3. I tell you, Rob needs to get moving. Rob needs to have people make mistakes. I tell you, he needs people to say, hey, you make a mistake, I need these points, man. I want to keep the points lead, man.
He said he was just going to try to minimize the damage, knowing that he wasn't, road course is not his expertise, so he was just trying to minimize damage tonight. He
is just pushing the pressure, man. Hey, we got 7 viewers tonight so far. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a gosh darn good view amount. Come on, let's keep the views rolling. Come on. Oh, we dropped 4. But hey, you know what?
Boy, that 90 is checking out on the rest of the field.
What a move by Fula on Zios. And I tell you what, Fula would love to win again. I think last week's winner, Piff, is right there. And he's having a problem. I don't know what the deal is, but I think he dropped some spots.
He got tied up in that suggestion at the restart.
Yes, he did.
11 took the force penalty there.
And there's the 5. He brings his automobile to pit road due to not pitting under the stage caution, and 4 laps to go. And boy, what about Dave?
It could be a strategy play. If he keeps playing this play all the way out, he may not have to pit one last time differently at different sequences on that final stage.
I tell you what, you're probably right. I tell you, who thought we'd see a guy pull a strategy more than likely? I tell you. Right now,
Carroll was in the battle trying to take a spot from that 16 of Cowboy, rookie. 1 point you would like to have.
He's in the flower bed.
Oh,
he was
16 got loose.
Sure did. He was playing with the daisies, I tell you what. And JPR in the front stretch of Kane right now. And I believe this is 3 to go in stage number 2. And right now, you may be right, that 5 probably playing a strategy that we don't know.
Oh, 22 got back around the 13 again.
Sure did.
That battle for P2 has been
nose to tail.
An ongoing one.
3 to go. We're at 3 to go. And JPR has clocked out.
Oh, yeah,
he has nothing to worry about. He could just have this mirror off right now and just say, screw this. Turn my mirror off. But right now, again, there's still a lot of positions. How about a battle for 4th right here between Maddie and Dave? It's been an ongoing battle between these two. You got a truck admin.
Yes, it has.
You got a truck admin battling the owner. Tell you what, love him or hate him, Maddie has turned this one around. Tell you what, it is coming at 2 to go this time by. And JPR, oh my gosh, 2 to go. He's already in the front stretch chicane. Our closest car is on the front stretch chicane right now. So, wow, just a whooping.
Oh yeah, that 90's checked out into a different time zone compared to everybody else.
Oh my goodness gracious me. I don't think I picked JPR to win, did I not? I don't think I did.
Yes, you did.
Oh, well.
Didn't you?
I think I did.
Your dark horse was Maddie.
That's right. That's right.
I picked Bola.
And you picked
my dark horse was Ziles.
Yep. But right now, I tell you what, anything can happen on these couple stages. I tell you, no one can pit right now because it's the 2 to go. Pit road is closed.
The 22's opened up about a 3-car lead over the 13 to Bola for that P2 spot.
Sure has. And I tell you what, Fula is saying, where do you think you're going, bud? I need these points more than you do. But right now, riding along with Fula.
He brought it up a little bit for that first chicane, but
yep. Here they come. 1 to go. Stage 2. Bro, JPR even sent a picture or sent a video.
Oh no, Matty got a course penalty.
Oh no. Oh man. Dang.
Dave pulls away with that spot.
Man, not what you need if you're Matty. But hey, you know what? It's only stage 2. You know, you gotta think of the positives. It's only the second stage, but now the stage is... Right now,
Well, the only stage is next stage is the one that's important, not making mistakes. Well, they're all important. Every point matters in this league, but you can make up for your mistakes in stage 1, stage 2.
Oh, 100%. You know, now you can't make them here in stage when we get to stage 3 because remember, if you wreck, well, you're on your own because boy, I tell you what, we have no cautions. And here they come to the front. Here they come, front stretch chicane. How about a sweep once more? And it's going to be JPR takes stage 1 and 2 as Toons is around on the front stretch doing a Toe Mater impression. That was kind of cool. So, stage 1 and 2 belong to the 90 of the MDG or whatever his team is. Whatever.
Those 2 crucial playoff points he needs. That puts him tied with everybody else, basically.
No, he's at 3 because remember he got the pole.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to put him probably top of the seed. So, but right now, remember, he's got a lot of work to do going into these last couple weeks because Talladega is coming up fast.
So stage 2.
Stage 2 finishing results as followed. JPR,
Ziles, Full, Dave, and turnover.
Wow, turnover got himself.
Cowboy, Matty, Eternal,
and Speedway.
And Speedway made the top 10.
And I tell you what, that's good for turnover. So he gained. Right now, he finished.
As right now, they're tied. They come out tied. Unofficially, the points lead is a tie.
And here we go, Speedway again. You know, he's doing that strategy. Here we go. Stage 3. Now this is where it matters. Stage 3. Here we go. Green flag. Let's not see if there's any congestion. I tell you what, if Speedway wins.
They got 2 fairly clean there.
11 to go.
3 wide.
3 wide is 11. It's 11 laps to go. I tell you what, who can make it now? If you can make it, well, you can do it. So,
Ziles on that different strategy now.
Ziles went around. Think he got loose.
Oh, that hurt Ziles.
That did surely help. Didn't help his case, but right now, tell you what, this is where
He's trying to make his way back up, pressure in that 7 for what looks like P4.
Sure did.
He's inside of them. Makes the pass.
Tell you what, it is a good dominant.
Oh, the 5 got into the 13.
Penalty. Wow.
First penalties handed out. The 9's got a course penalty. The 5's got a course penalty.
Wow.
Got 2 more have course penalties.
And look who this puts to second. That's putting David second position. Oh, and then here comes Mag for third. And looks like Eternal has lost an engine. Oh, man. Tough break for him. Oh, Watson gets a penalty, just barely. But right now, JPR's clocked out, just running away, man. He's like, see you guys later. I'll catch y'all next week, I tell you what. But right now...
Eternal's now looking at the bumper of turnover.
Eternal's out.
Who's been rubbing it up with Dave up here.
Eternal back down. Oh no, and we lost Piff as well. Last week's winner. Oh no, yeah, last week's winner's not. He's done. Took his car to the garage. He's done. Oh man, oh man. Let's see if we can get to Dave. Dave just dropped from 2nd to 4th, and I believe 2nd place is Maddie right now. I tell you what.
Look who's sitting at P3. Dave just made a move on with turnover.
What a opportunity this could help him. Remember, turnover finished 3rd last week after we thought he could have won at won at Richmond last week. He had that late race caution. Oh man, he was not.
He's got a pretty good lead over that 13 there. He's got 8-9 car lengths at least.
Sure does. Oh, Dave Bernard, you know what you can't have as well is a course penalty. I tell you what. 9 to go. And I tell you what, is that 5 in the catbird seat if JPR doesn't have enough, because like we mentioned, these guys can't make it, right? These guys can't make it on fuel. Surely.
Right. I believe everybody's going to have to pit, and that 5's on different strategy there, but he'll be pitting earlier than everybody else.
How about a bow for, that's for 2nd place, Maddie and Dave beating and banging.
Yes. And the 13 just got around our points leader for 4th.
Oh boy, I think Dave is hoping. He's like, all right, I've done this strategy all week.
Yeah, he's trying to pull away from that rest of that pack.
Sure is, and I'll tell you what, again, everyone's got to find that breaking point. Yeesh. And also, you can't have a course penalty on the front stretch nor the back stretch chicane. But right now, it's a hornet's nest for...
Maddie drove her in deep, but he paid for it on exit.
Sure did. JPR at 8 to go. You're JPR. Do you have enough? Do you have enough to make it, or do you have the pit like everyone else? Zyler's, man, what a stage he had the stages going for him, and I tell you, that's not what he needed. He did not need to have a bad night. I tell you what, tough break. But right now, how about almost said Tunes? Fula is doing what he can to get his win. He already won at Las Vegas, and tell you what, he's looking on the back bumper.
Dave's got a whole bumper full at 13.
Boy, I tell you what, if Dave is hoping, he's like, man, I do not need this 13 behind me. I want him I need to pull away from him somehow, some way. But right now, you got everyone in every portion of the course. Now, with 7 laps to go this time by, you got to wonder if JPR is going to pit very soon and throw everyone off on loop and say, hey, you know, he's going to pit. I'm going to pit now and just probably be good to the very end of this. But we don't know yet. So that's going to be the problem.
As of right now, it looks like he's got 7 laps left in the tank. So.
Oh, there goes the 13 on the front stretch of Kane. Oh, no.
Dave liked to see that.
Yes, he did. He was like, no, thank you, sir. I do not need that. And I tell you what, you know, everyone could think they could have 7 of 7 or 6 of 6. You know, it depends. And I tell you what, I bet you Dave is praying right now, all his luck, that 90 is going to run out of gas. He's hoping, he's like, oh, please, that 90 better run out of gas, because I would love to score the win. So you've seen it before where guys can run out at any portion of the track and still limp it back. We saw it last time. What about the two-wheeling by the 90? That 90 went two-wheeling.
P3 is filled by the turnover king, a points leader.
Boy, I tell you what, he needs to hang on for another 7 laps.
P4 is a battle between that 13 at 99.
I tell you what, turnover better get moving, because right now, if he loses that spot to Fula, game over, I would think.
P5 is that 5-car speedway, and P6 is Ziles trying to make his way back up after abandoning this stage.
Can he have a good opportunity to get to the Can he actually recover for a top 5 right now? That's what his thought is. 6 to go. And I'll tell you what. Now is the question, who's going to be that first one to pit road? Who's going to be the first one to say, all right, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm bringing it to pit road. I would say that's probably JPR. Because JPR, I know, would probably say, you know, I ain't going to make it on fuel. So that's where my head is on that. So with 6 to go, now the question is, yep, and Power just went off on Piff, and, well, that's why he's not in the race anymore. So
electric box problem, ignition problem. He switched over the backup and stole the fire.
Tell you what, right now, anything can happen. Anything can happen on these last couple laps. And JPR's at 5 to go, and I tell you, you're Dave right now. I can't tell you how far he is from JPR, but you're hoping that he runs out before anyone does right now. But look who's getting his way back inside the top 3, and that's Fula. And I tell you what, Dave was like, oh my gosh, did not need that.
The 90's going to be close.
He's going to be absolutely close. Everyone's going to be close on fuel. Here comes, there's a strategy right there. I think someone is on pit road. I believe that's the 5. It is the 5. 5 to pit road. I would have thought he would have came a lot earlier than expected. But right now, Fula is giving Dave. You think Dave just let him by just because, you know, he's like, you know what, just go ahead. I'm going to try to save yours. Was that just a pass because, you know what, he's faster?
I think it's just he's faster, and he's been faster all day long. P2, P3 car already, so.
Right, oh my goodness, and I was just watching Dave.
But Dave's got a bumper full at 20 right now.
I tell you what, that 20 is saying, oh my goodness, I need to get
He's
around.
trying to keep that 13 in range, trying to minimize the damage, like he said.
I tell you what.
He makes him move the inside, tries to get to the inside of 7.
Right now,
right is the backside of 101.
4 to go. I tell you what, exactly what Turnover needs with these last couple 4 laps. He needs to have mistake-free. He needs to have these mistakes not be costly because he needs to save.
He would like to get around that 7 and take that point. It only puts him 1 point behind that 13.
Sure does, and I tell you what, Fula right now is entering NASCAR the back straightaway, and that 90 is already past there.
Oh yeah, the 13 won't catch that. Nobody's catching the 90 unless it's a mistake or fuel.
Now you would think they're at 3 laps to go this time by, and I tell you what, 1 mistake is all that JPR does not need to have, and I tell you, someone is going to make another strategy and say, hey,
I have word from the 90 camp that they should be good to go.
Did you watch his perspective or did you hear from Dave?
Yeah. I watched his perspective. That battle between that 20 and that 7 for P3 is heating up.
Sure is. I tell you what, it is 3 laps to go. Anything can happen in these last 3 laps. It's all about if you can make it. But I tell you, that 90 has got it.
Look who finds himself setting P5. That 22 of Ziles.
Man, That 22 is saying, hey, I want a top 5 after having a slug start in stage 3. Right now, 2 to go. This time by JPR got it. Because right now,
13's dealing with some lap traffic. The 11 pulls over and lets him go on by.
sure does. And Dave is right now got turnover by a good couple seconds. I tell you what, if you're the it is just hopeful. You know, you're hoping so much right now. I tell you what, Dave is, everyone probably has their fuel light on. I'm not sure if anyone else does, but I sure as heck know Dave does. But does Dave have enough to make it? Now the question is anyone on 1 or are they still at 2 laps? It's like
JPR is still good to go, and he's slowing down. He's getting some.
Oh, he missed the backstretch chicane. Oh, he had to brake really hard there. Oh, that lost him some time. Here he comes.
And that 22's got that 20 in sight.
1 to go, sponsored by Beneath the Oaks podcast here for JPR. What a dominant performance he's had. I tell you what, missed the show last week, but tonight he's going to put on a clinic as
22 makes that pass for P4.
And look at Dave. He's looking for a third place finish. I tell you what, Dave is at third right now. He better hold off that 22 for third.
22's coming.
Yes, he is. 20 is not going to have a shot at a good,
P5.
JPR is doing what he's got to do to win. And here comes Ziles to the 20.
22 is there and makes the move on Dave.
That's what Dave did not want. He wanted a finish of that. He wanted a top 3 finish. I tell you what.
He's not giving it up easy.
No, he ain't. But Dave, right now, it's 1 lap to go. But right now, that 22 ain't giving up. That 22 ain't going to give up.
You got the 90 getting ready to take the stripe.
Checkered flag in the air. JPR, dominant performance, winner of stage 1 and 2. He'll take the Charlotte Roval here tonight in the Beneath the Oaks
Xfinity takes the win in both stages.
What a night.
13 P2.
22, I believe, is going to get third.
Dave tried to put a move
on him.
He
tried. Oh, and Silas gets him.
And the 20 gets by the 7.
Oh, man. And Dave finishing. Oh, man. Oh, triumph for Dave. Dave will limp it 5th, baby. Oh, man. What a race.
So you got, looks like the top 5 will be JPR, Fuller, Ziles, Dave, and turnover. They're still racing.
Right.
Yeah, we got, there we go. Turnover and Dave. Fuller, Ziles, turnover, and Dave round out the top 5.
Then Maddie looks like Speedway.
Rookie of the Year, Cowboy.
So Dave, again, gets a top 5 finish. What a run for Dave. Well, I got a pick right finally.
Yes.
How about a good run for Watson staying on the lead lap, finishing 8th?
Yes.
Very good run. Very well done.
They lost some ground to the Rookie of the Year over Speedway, who took P7.
Oh boy, this is and your fastest pull or fastest time winner, JPR
JPR.
117.993. Holy
Uh,
Toledo!
4 playoff point showing for JPR in his debut.
Wow! Oh my goodness! Unbelievably crazy. I don't blame you, but geez, Louise. Good grief!
That was a good race brought to you by the Black Radio Podcast.
Surely. We need Fuller. Do.
A couple more. There we go. We got Nick. Now
Oh,
we just need Ziles.
Zow's is in here. Is Fuller
Okay,
in
yeah,
here?
he's just muted. I don't think so. Not yet.
I see Dave. I don't.
Rogue, man. How you been?
Good.
There's Fuel.
There's Fuller.
Alright, so we got everyone, so except for Dave. Alright, let's get these knocked out of the way. So, real quick, Zow's, you brought home third. You, Fula, and JPR were pretty much the top three first two stages, and then you got caught up in that melee start of stage 3. You recovered, man. Walk us through it.
Yeah, that last stage, I don't know, I got caught up and just spun. I try to make it back, but also try to save a lot of fuel just to get to Fula and possibly JPR, but he was way gone. And then on that last, I think it was that last turn. Well, Dave and I had some pretty good battle there in the end, and I knew he was gonna try to, bump and run me, so I just tried to turn left the whole time. Even when he hit me, I was just trying to make it straight so that I wouldn't spin and give him, third place. But that was about it.
Yeah, for sure. You got anything for him, Rogue?
No, just you seem like you had a real good car all day long. Do you think you had anything at the end if you would have got caught up in that spin?
Not really. I mean, if anything, I would have finished second maybe. But if JPR didn't race, then I would probably most likely be in first place or second place. But
it was a battle between you and that 13 for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just want to say to the 13, thanks for not pushing certain things when I was getting loose. So that was much respect to you, man.
For sure. Any day.
Sounds like he's talking to himself, honestly, if you ask me. Well, congratulations on a recovery on a bronze there, and yes, thank you for my happy birthday wish. You too, there's
Thanks. Happy birthday. I almost said Siles.
Let's go to second place. Fula, man, you, like I was just said, you guys had a heck of a battle for second, and I tell you what, it's really, really crazy how you guys had a battle. Walk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, what could have been if JPR didn't move down, but yeah, it was fun. Just kind of, it was really nice because Ziles had spots that he was good at, and then I had the spots that I was good at. So just kind of was a back and forth, and it's just kind of tough because when you're behind them, you got to be so careful with how you pass them, and I think there was a time in stage 2 I was under them, and I had to let out because either I was going to wreck us both or I was going to wreck myself trying to. So just, it was fun and a good race.
Oh, for sure. Rogue?
So, Fuller, you came in here P2 in points, only trailing by 4 points. Was that in your mind throughout the race? Were you keeping an eye on where that 20 was?
I mean, I don't necessarily care that much. I know I'm gonna be up close to the front in points anyways, but it's nice that I should be able to get it now. Been able to stay consistent and finally getting over the Daytona hump. That usually seems to be why I'm always having to make up ground. So,
Well, congratulations, me too.
For sure on
thank
that.
you. JPR, you should go back to Cup.
Well, speaking of JPR, let's go to him. JPR, man, you had a rough night in Sonoma. Then you flew all the way from Sonoma to Charlotte. But I don't think you slept a one bit last night. I tell you, that was a dominant performance. Whoop the field, I tell you.
Yeah, the Cup race was a little challenging, but I'd take a third place to GU and Corolla any day. They're both really fast. So just getting back into the flow of racing. It's been basically 2 seasons since I've raced full time, so um, just really excited to get back racing with everybody. There's a lot of new faces here, like Fula, I think Cowboy. There's a lot of new guys that are really fast, so I'm looking forward to racing with them. And then he just mentioned me changing championship points. I wanted to go for the cup points, but I ended up missing, I think, 2 races to start the season right out the gate. So I kind of evaluated that, and I'm like, well, probably not going to be able to make up those points because they're not going to miss 2 races. So went down to the Xfinity Series points instead, since they have a playoff format. Try to use that to my advantage.
Right.
Well, you definitely came in swinging big with 4 playoff points right out of the gate.
Yeah, when I asked if I could switch series points, they was like, "Yeah, you can, but you're gonna start at 0 and you need 200 points before the start of the playoffs to qualify, no matter how many wins you got." And I was like, "All right, that's gonna be a little hard, probably, but just gonna have to go out and win as many races and stages as possible to make it close." So, off to a good
Right?
start. I think if Maddie's math was right, he said the max you can get for winning everything is 60 points. So, yeah, we're almost there. Do that maybe 2 more
Going
times, we'll
away.
be all right. Yeah, I think I got 7 races. So if I do that maybe 2 more times and just have some decent finishes in the rest of them, I'll be all right.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was a good running. But anything else, Ron?
No.
Well, we want to take a congratulations to JPR on his win. Hopefully, we can see him back it up tomorrow night here at the same track. So,
But it's the Oval.
yep. Huh. And but I'll be up here tomorrow night with Cowboy Watson and everything. So I want to thank our sponsors, Mustang Makers, Printaholics, Beneath Oaks Podcast. Again, make sure you look for them on Spotify or wherever you listen to your music. We just like to thank you all so much for being a part of this league. So with that being said, we're going to sign off and hopefully see y'all tomorrow night here at Charlotte Oval. So enjoy the Charlotte area while you can, gentlemen, because we'll be out of Charlotte tomorrow. So
Happy birthday, Nick.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get trash.
Congratulations, guys.
Yep. With that being said,
Oh, I got one more thing.
what?
It's gonna be an F word.
No.
No, we got listeners, young listeners.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
And fuck.
Okay.
Nick, you're fab.
As the Grinch would say, it's fabulous. Anyways, we're going to sign off. See y'all tomorrow.